Hello everyone! Today in this video I will tell you that Canon products are mostly good, but why you should not buy them. This is a very true story that happened to me just this last month. I was truly surprised, but I do not want to keep this experience just for myself. Better I make this video and make sure everyone in the world can see and learn from it. I am from Sweden, but record this video in English so it can reach and be seen and warn a much larger viewer base. I have been a devoted amateur photographer all my life. At times I have even been semi-pro, as I was doing various jobs and also sold pictures that were published in various magazines in Sweden and elsewhere. Today I am strictly an amateur and use my different cameras for supporting internet work, such as doing videos here on YouTube. So far so good. And when I say I have been doing this for a long time, I am not exaggerating. This is my very first camera, folks. I bought it with money I made from moving our neighbors' lawns in the suburb where I lived in as a kid, outside Stockholm, Sweden. This little Kodak camera became a very dear possession of mine, and I had lots of fun with it. Really early model. I think I got it in, well, 1961 or something. Since then, it has been a lot of cameras passing through my hands. Leica, Hasselblad, Nikon are only a few of the great machines I have had the pleasure of owning. I got interested in Canon in the 1970s and bought some early model. I don't even remember its name or number. I have had all types of camera equipment through the years. For a long time it was of course only reel film in them, celluloid film. But I also like camcorders. About 9 years ago I bought this beauty, a Canon 60D. A great piece of machine then, and I still think it can do a good job today. In this video I will not discuss the quality of Canon cameras in general, because they are good. But no product is better than its support and service, and this is where big Canon company fails in a way I did not think was possible. Since I do YouTube videos, both streaming and recorded, I was thinking about getting a new good camera for this purpose. Maybe a Canon 50M or a Sony model. Sony also has fine products. Then I found out that it was possible to hook up my 60D to the computer and both make videos and also have live streaming. Great! Since the lens of the Canon camera is very good and give a perfect image. So I started with this and it all worked fine. New separate high-end microphone made perfect results. But then one day when I was going to turn on the dear 60D camera, it did not want to play with me anymore. Not good, not happy. But never mind, it was dead, it didn't respond to my turning it on. But what is broken can be fixed. What I stupidly thought, and the party began. My home is in Sweden, but I also spend a lot of time in Thailand, so that is where I am right now. I was convinced that Canon had representation in Thailand as well, and they do of course, in Bangkok. So I tried to contact them several times, no reply. Very typical ignorant Thai style actually. But I am used to it, so it was not a big surprise. Instead I wrote a mail to Canon headquarters, and lo and behold, a few days later I did get a response back, now from Canon Bangkok, who very politely asked me to send the camera to their location and workshops. All right, I thought, soon my camera will be all okay and back in service again. They also sincerely apologized and blah blah blah. Never mind. I sent the camera and after some week I got the reply that it was a circuit board error. But all the parts for this camera was already discontinued, and so they could not fix it. What? A 9-year-old top brand product cannot be repaired? This can't be possible. I thought this was the usual Thai ignorance again. They just didn't want to do it because they didn't have the parts on the shelf. And this is very common. So I decided to write Canon Sweden instead. Maybe I could send my camera there and get some real serious people to handle it. I told them the problem, etc. I was absolutely flabbergasted when I got their reply. I will translate parts of it for you. Canon aimed to keep spare parts only 7 years after the model is no more manufactured. Really? This model is just 10 years old. So when did they stop making it? A year after it started producing and was introduced? The nonsense reply from Canon Sweden is that they cannot repair and guarantee the quality, warranty, etc. Absolutely just hot air bullshit taken from a template. I started to get very irritated. I wrote them back and told them that this was just about the most absurd BS I have ever heard. My then expensive camera cannot be serviced only 9 years after that I bought it. Old Leica and Hasselblad cameras, I can guarantee we can still fix and repair. But Canon? What are they? A Chinese third-class street corner manufacturer? Incredible. I now wrote to both Canon Japan, Canon Thailand, and Canon Sweden and told them that their response and total lack of customer service was appalling, and I would make a YouTube video about this incident and warn others from buying Canon products. But since I wanted to be fair and balanced, I asked them if there was anything they would wish to add, and I would be sure to include it in the video, to hear their comments on this. Canon Sweden took out another pre-written template nonsense reply and continued to further walk down the ladder of shame. The reply is so ridiculous that this alone should make it very easy for anyone to choose another product over Canon. In brief, they say, as for spare part, it is not environmentally justified to store these for out-of-date models. Environmentally? Have you ever heard of such nonsense crap? I will soon in this video show you how far off any sanity you are. They go on blabbing about the technical evolution and how important it is for them to take environmental responsibility. Frankly speaking, giving service to products you sell have nothing to do with this nonsense. What it is really all about is that when your products break down, you will not want to fix them, but prefer we buy a new one. Environment? Which is better? Use and repair the already existing product for a long time, or just use a short while and then throw away? Buy new machines every year, just like the mobile industry is today. Environment. This is a blow smoke up your ass argument that everyone is using just as an excuse to get away from being a real company with real service and support. Canon, a big company with a very small, tiny mind. I also did get a reply from ignorant Canon Thailand. Canon must have a problem with their local agents when they allow non-doers to run their business locally. Did they give any reply to my suggestion that I would make a YouTube video about this, which would be seen by maybe thousands of viewers? Of course not. Instead, they took out pre-written template 1B from their file and sent this BS. With regard to your email, we value all constructive feedback that we receive. This gives us a gainful insight towards developing and providing greater technology products and services to our customers. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused. However, we greatly appreciate your feedback. Blah, 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 blah. Not a real word anywhere from a real person. As a customer to Canon, you are a little pissant, not worth talking to or with. It is remarkable. But Canon has indeed an amazing story, very much linked to this remarkable man, 84-year-old Mr. Fujio Mitarai, who started as an accountant in the company long time ago. To read about his accomplishments and how he almost single-handedly built up the huge Canon company with many billions of dollars turnover today is remarkable. A real business leader, a master entrepreneur. Because when he became head of the company back in 1995, Canon had plenty of problems. He fixed them, he solved them. He also was very active in the United States, where Canon was very much in the red. He turned it around so it became super strong. I bow my head in Japanese style and honor to Mr. Mitarai. With this big boss background and enormous track record, I very much doubt that he would accept such a behavior in his company as what I have just related to you. Canon has millions of customers. I am just a little grain of sand. But real bosses care about the little people, because without these, us, there will be no castles built. He knows this, and I wished I could have sent this story to Mr. Fujio Mitarai. I am 100% sure he would not like what his underdogs are implementing in the Canon company today. So there you have it, folks. Canon make great cameras, but so do Nikon, Sony, and many, many others. Buy them instead. I know I will. Because I cannot afford to take a chance on a $1,000 plus camera just to hear that it will not be repaired when it breaks down. And last but not least, the template mailing clowns with Canon Thailand and Sweden, who try to hide behind the environmental propaganda for not being able to repair my product, should now listen. For check this one out. Repaired, I could have used this camera for many more years to come. But your beautiful fake green environment propaganda bullshit now instead leads to this. My camera, Canon 60D, is now in the bin. Now, maybe it will really affect the nature you so falsely refer to. So now you know. Do not buy a Canon product. You will not have it repaired when it breaks down, and the Canon company do not give a shit about it and the money you lost. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.